White Belt has experience. He's about 50 pounds heavier than me, and he had a really good, like, he was trying very hard. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get high mount, because when you get high mount, that takes their hips out of the equation, so they can bridge and bridge and bridge, and it's not as effective. So he tried to bridge and roll, and I bridge and rolled him back using my triangle grip that I had on his head. So I was trying to go for a mounted triangle. But one thing that is super useful to know that I've been playing with in my game is, hello, how are you? If this is your first time here, my name is Crystal. I've been doing for Jiu-Jitsu for 5 years. And if you are returning, hey, what's up? It's good to see you again. If you have watched more than one video and you haven't subscribed, if you are a white belt, okay, know that anytime I show a video of me going up against a white belt, I was once that white belt. That was once me. Getting smashed is part of the experience, and part of the experience is taking the emotion out of it and being able to constructively problem solve and create a problem statement, find the technical move that is the answer to the position that you're trapped in, or the stuff that keeps on happening to you. Like, that right there is how you get through white belt. And it's critically important if you are the smallest on the mat. If everybody else is stronger than you and you're the smallest, guess what? You're gonna be on the bottom for a while. And until you know how to effectively problem solve and take out the emotion from that, rolling is going to be a crappy experience for you. So you can use triangle holds like as a hold, not just as a choke. So triangles are typically a choke in Jiu-Jitsu. So you use your legs to use like a triangle formation around their neck to stop the blood going to their brain. And of course, people tap before they pass out. Sometimes they pass out, but you always want to make sure that you let go of your training partners, or else you will kill them on the mats, and nobody wants dead bodies at the end of Saturday rolling. He's doing a very good job of trying to escape. He is trying to push my hips up. He is bridging. He is like really fighting a good fight to get out of there. And so what I'm doing is, and what you can do too as white belts, is you can use your head to post along with your arms. That way it'll act as like a little tripod. So think of your head as another extremity, like using your head. That was just an Americana. So using your head in Jiu-Jitsu not only is like, you know, it's not just thinking, it's also being able to put your head on the mat. That way you can use your arms to go for submissions, and also to post out your arms as well to give you extra balance when they're like a bucking bronco underneath you. So I have him in a front headlock. In Jiu-Jitsu, head position is very, very important. So anytime that you can get your head above theirs, you have won that battle. So he's doing a very good, he is like really trying. This is how it's supposed to look when you're on the bottom. Just staying still, like, it's almost like when you're a white belt, yeah, it sucks being on the bottom, but being on the bottom teaches you how to fight. Like if you were to ever get into an altercation, you know exactly how you're going to perform because you have fought people on the mat. If you've never fought anybody, you don't know how you're going to react. So even if you are a white belt and things are just, you're very frustrated and things aren't working and you're spending a lot of time on the bottom, know that there is value in being on the bottom, and that after you learn how to escape and you learn how you gain the skill, poor guy. And after you gain the skill, you will be on the bottom less and less and less. He's doing a really good job of trying to escape, and I am keeping that triangle on. I was trying to go for a mounted triangle choke, but the triangle, like, I switched it up because it's like, if things don't work for you in jiu-jitsu, it's like you have two options. You can try something else, or you can just try what's not working even harder. And before, when I was, probably like 3 years in, that's what I would do. Like, oh, it's not working. Let me just try it with more effort. But what I like to do now is I like to have a secure position and see what opportunities arise. So in this instance, I ended up getting a high mount. I ended up getting a mounted triangle, but the mounted triangle choke wasn't working out. So I used the mounted triangle as a hold until his arm eventually came out, and I just armbarred the free arm. That concept is available anytime you have a triangle position. It could be, on your back in a triangle, their arm is always gonna be out there. So anytime that you have a triangle, you also have the ability or chance or opportunity to break their arm. So here I'm just like, okay, let me, there's an arm out here. So I use my forehead to pin it, and he taps. All right. So that was another session of blue belt, also the white belt. Yeah, if you have any questions, I know one person had a question about the triangle. I had posted a clip of me doing a triangle submission from guard, so I was on my back. I posted that on my Instagram, and her question was like, how do you prevent them from popping their head up? Because that is the defense to getting triangled, is you have to posture up, so get your head vertically. And the answer to that is, it is definitely a game of speed. You have to make sure that you have your leg around their neck and you are holding on to your shin, and that prevents their head from popping up. And your body weight on their head is what prevents them from popping up, because I can hold myself on somebody's head with a grip on my shin when my leg is around their head. Like, they're not, at that point it's like, right? So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way through this video, definitely subscribe, we should be friends, and check out my Patreon. I have really good commentaries and we go in depth, and I give you tips like this, but even more to help you out, because I know what it feels like. I especially know what it feels like to start jiu-jitsu and not be the strongest on the mat. you know, I was talking with Gary, and it's like, okay, when you see these people like, is it Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah, like he had a background in wrestling. He's what, 200 and something muscular dude with a background in wrestling. And you're trying to tell me what it's like to, he's like, oh, just, this is how you escape from the bottom of a heavy side control. Like, dude, you don't know what heavy feels like if you're like, coming from a wrestling background and you're 215, like. I believe in you, and just keep on going, keep on practicing, keep on working on those technical problem statements of what happens where. And focus on those and work on those. And that's what is going to get you better at jiu-jitsu, is facing the problem, making a problem statement, and going at it head on. All right, so until next time.